Newton's first law of motion explained with examples. Imagine you are lying comfortably on your bed watching your favorite movie and suddenly someone asks you to get up and clean your room. Feels difficult, right? Now, imagine running at full speed and someone suddenly asks you to stop immediately. Can you stop instantly? Not really. You slow down gradually. Why does this happen? It's not just you. This happens with all objects. If an object is at rest, it wants to stay at rest. If an object is moving, it wants to keep moving. This is exactly what Newton's first law of motion says. Definition of Newton's first law of motion. An object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion with the same speed and direction unless acted upon by an unbalanced external force. In simple words, if something is still, it wants to remain still. If something is moving, it wants to keep moving straight and steadily. Only an external unbalanced force can change this state. Let's understand this with a few everyday examples. Football on the ground. A football on the ground won't start rolling on its own unless someone kicks it. Why? Because it's at rest and will stay at rest until a force is applied. Scooter in motion. When you are riding a scooter and suddenly stops accelerating, does it stop immediately? No, it continues moving for a while due to its motion. Friction and air resistance, unbalanced forces finally slow it down. A cricket ball rolling on grass. When you roll a cricket ball on the ground, it eventually stops. Why? It's not because the ball wants to stop, but because friction and air resistance acts as unbalanced forces to bring it to rest. Now, let's simplify it with a diagram idea. When forces are balanced, two things can happen. The object stays at rest. The object keeps moving at constant speed in a straight line. These two cases will stay true only if the force remains balanced. If unbalanced force is applied, the object starts, stops, slows down, speeds up, or changes direction. This tendency of objects to resist changes in their state of motion is called inertia. That's why Newton's first law is also known as law of inertia. In the next lesson, we will explore interesting applications of Newton's first law in real life. Stay tuned.